Good morning. I hope that you and your families are safe and well. Assembly this morning will run as follows. I will say something about Worth Online and how the timetable will run this term. The headmaster will address you. Will Desmond will share a reflection and prayer, and we will finish with a hymn. If you are listening to this assembly now, it means you've been reading your emails and will therefore have some sense of how the school timetable will run during this virtual period. As you will see, we have looked to ensure that the various aspects of school life you're used to have been recreated in this digital environment. Some key points for you to note. We will have an assembly at the start of each week, shared via a link like today, on a Monday at 8:30 a.m. Your academic lessons will continue to run as per your normal timetable. This week is a week A. However, we've taken the decision to incorporate your Saturday morning lessons into the Monday to Friday timetable. As you'll have seen, this means that the lesson you would have had on a Saturday period 1 will now be taught on a Monday during period 1. Saturday periods 2 and 3 will be taught on Wednesday afternoon during the period 5 and 6 slots. A programme of academic enrichment will be on offer on Saturday mornings, including a lecture series from a range of staff. Please keep an eye out for an email about this, as well as visit the Academic Enrichment Google site, which Mr. Williams has shared with you. Your HSM will be in touch with details of how house time will work for your particular house. They are eager to maintain the same sense of community within the house and will utilise the various technologies available to allow this to happen. In addition to the co-curricular programme, which has already been shared with you, and that runs during Tuesday and Thursday period 7, as well as any other times you are free, Mr. Burton will be providing input for all year groups from the games department. The sessions are either cricket, tennis, athletics or fitness based. There will be video coaching resources for each session, and they're differentiated to suit every year group and standard. These will be published to show my homework for you when you would normally have had a games lesson. Each week, on a Wednesday at 4:30, the Chaplaincy will provide an online worship experience to enable the whole school community to have a sense of togetherness at this time. This will include inspirational reflections from guest speakers, prayer and music. I hope you have a very good week.
Good morning everyone, and greetings to you wherever you might be in the world, and welcome to this, the strangest start of term I can promise you will ever have. I hope that I find you and your families well this morning, and I want you to know that all of us here at Worth have had you very much in our thoughts and prayers over these last few weeks. I hope you found time for some rest and relaxation over the Easter break, and that you feel ready to get back into the academic swing of things. Last week you were sent details for the Worth Online programme, which is our academic framework for the term. I think you will have seen that we've made a few adjustments following your feedback. The aim is that Worth Online should look and feel as far as possible like normal school. And it's really important that we all keep that same sense of school during this period so that we're able to come back together, ready to get into it when that's possible. And when will that be possible is a question to which I don't yet know the answer. But if you've been reading the papers, you'll see that in this country the question is more and more prominent every day, and we hope that in the next few days we'll start to get some sense of where the government's thinking is. Of course, we're all aware that some other European countries like Germany and Denmark have begun to reopen schools, and I think the UK is looking to that experience and learning from it, I hope, very quickly. When we are allowed to gather together again, one of the first things we will want to do is to mark the occasion with gratitude. But we will also need to offer to God, in gatherings in the Abbey Church, our general sense of sadness and anxiety, any special prayers for loved ones, and for the trouble that has afflicted countries and communities throughout the world. The Abbey Church, of course, offers great peace and stillness for prayer and reflection, and we will all need that when we come back together again. In this next period, Will Desmond will continue to offer prayer and worship online for you, which I hope you will find comforting, supportive, and uplifting. So for the moment, Worth Online is our school, so let's make the most of it to continue with education, classroom community, tutorials, co-curricular activity, and worship, as many of the elements of school that can be brought online have been brought online. Some of you may know that St. Isidore of Seville, who died in the 7th century, was declared patron saint of the internet by Pope John Paul II in 1997. I, for one, will be invoking St. Isidore over these next few weeks, that our experience of distance learning will continue to be as smooth and vibrant as it was before the Easter holiday. So I wish you all a good start to the term. The more you engage and throw yourself in, the faster the time will go before we're back here together, enjoying the wonderful Worth campus in everyone's favourite term of the year. So have a very good week, everyone, and I'll talk to you again very soon.
You may be wondering, why was a Spanish saint from the 7th century made patron of the internet? Well, let me give you a little bit of context. Saint Isidore was around at the time when Spain was divided and it was threatened by invaders. But what he did was he reunited Spain by making it a centre of culture and of learning, and it became such a centre of culture and learning that it impacted nations across Europe and then the world. And what he was specifically known for was compiling this amazing encyclopedia of all human knowledge. Can you imagine? He had this incredible mind that was able to do this. And that is the reason why St. John Paul II decided to make him patron of the internet. You see, St. Isidore pursued holiness and he pursued learning, and this is what changed Spain. He understood that it was loving knowledge and understanding that could heal and bring a broken people back together. So let's be inspired by his life, that we too, through our love of knowledge, our pursuit of Christ, can play our part to restore our broken world at this time. Now, you may be thinking, just hang on a second, Will. I'm just sat here in my bedroom, typing away, doing my distance learning. What difference can I make? And actually, I'm just a little bit stressed out right now by this whole situation. So, what part do I have to play? Well, we can be encouraged by the words of Jesus. He says to us, do not worry. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm feeling stressed and someone says to me, do not worry, I'm not sure it really helps. But what Jesus says next is the thing that makes a difference. He says, do not worry, but offer your prayers and petitions to God, shot through with gratitude. And then the peace of Christ that surpasses all human understanding will guard your hearts and your minds. So if you want to experience that peace, if you want to pursue learning during this time, I encourage you to have an attitude of gratitude. For me, in these last few weeks, when I've been at my lowest points, I've discovered that it is actually only gratitude that enables me to come out of myself. So I hope this has been helpful. And remember, when things get tough, have an attitude of gratitude and give your all to your learning in this next period. We're now going to finish our time together with a hymn to lift up our hearts to God and to fix our gaze on him.